Hey, babies. It's Auntie. I told you I'd be back. um, Anybody just joining? Um, this morning, Auntie was talking about dumping blame. I mean, how basically in our journey, that's where we are. If we are survivors of toxic and traumatic abuse. So, we're not going to use the N word today. Yeah, we are. It is what it is. So, we were talking about that, and Auntie was doing a story time. So we're gonna pick up 20-year-old little girl, and she is fresh out of that narcissistic family system, and she's running into traumatic situation after traumatic situation because it's familiar to her. It's familiar. It's what she knows. And we also had talked about how narcissists, mold you so that you're easily manipulated. And if you're a kid, oh God, they literally turn you into a little bot. I mean, you don't want harm, so you got to give them their way. So whatever, you're very accommodating. You do not speak up for yourself. You resign yourself. You give them what they want, so they don't hurt you. So that is a workout there, and that's what the survivors that can resonate with what I'm saying right now. That's what we learned the hard way. So, all right. So she's going from situation to situation, and a real predator turned up, but at the right time. She was starting to be better. She was fresh out of a physically abusive situation to the point to where she had entered a vocational school, but she was scared to leave the campus because there was security and stuff on campus, but that relationship was so physically abusive that she was scared to leave. For months, she wouldn't leave. So during this time, some guy who'd been bald eagling her, yeah, he went ahead and made his move at the right time. And ironically, now I can tell you, he was the father who was in control of that narcissistic family unit that she left. He was him. But she didn't know it. She didn't understand why she could feel that closeness. It's what she knew. So after all the abuse and all the years that that girl was in that situation with that predator that finally took advantage of it. And she was totally complicit, unknowingly, because it was what she'd been trained to do as a child. There was a wake up call. And she was forced to see it's an awful feeling. And this is what Auntie's saying about dumping the blame. For those of you out there who can resonate with this in whatever fashion, who cares? Scapegoat kid, go, whatever. Even the spectators, because mind you, if there are family members of yours that are looking, outsiders looking in, they're hurting too because they know something's wrong, but they don't know what to do because the other parent is like, oh, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, because it's so, the shame of it. You gotta dump the blame in yourself. Sometimes you were well trained.